All right, I thought what I'd do is just give you sort of a first sort of level setting assignment. And this is supposed to help familiarize yourself with the course and also get you kind of thinking the way I want you to think on this course. So what we kind of see here is I've got ourselves at the home page here, and you will find that the assignment is sitting under the content section. It is sitting under today's um, section if you want in D2L, and right here you'll see a getting started. So if you click on the getting started, you'll basically get to the Word document. That's the assignment. Now, it's very important to me that you, first of all, you put your name on your assignments, and I give you a Word document. I would like a Word document back. All right, so put your stuff into the Word document, and then put it into D2L, which I'll talk about in a second. So the first thing I'm going to ask you to do is to go to the discussions for Sprint 1. And actually, I'm realizing I probably didn't call it Sprint 1, but whatever. So where do you get that? You go to your communications, you go to discussions, and in discussions, you'll see here's our introductions. So I basically just want you to fill out the introductions. Pretty easy points, I would think. The next part is to do the quiz 0 course overview quiz. How many times can I say quiz? Anyway, so let's go over to the assessments. You'll find the quiz is sitting under quizzes, and right here is quiz 0 course overview quiz. You'll notice I would like it done like within the next couple of weeks. I'm giving you 3 attempts on it, and it is pretty simple. It is literally, can you read the syllabus and can you do D2L? Because that's all it is. It's trying to make sure you understand how the course is actually going to run. So those are the 2 easy ones, and then we go from there to this idea, creating a mind map. Now, notice this isn't even in the textbook, and we haven't even hit the textbook yet. But what I'm trying to do is get you guys thinking in terms of diagrams and images. So I'm wanting you to create a mind map of your program and embed. Maybe it should be embed. Anyway, into the homework below, it should look something like this. So how do you get the mind mapping software at all? So there is a link to this, but if you basically just Google FreeMind, you'll eventually get to this page. You can download it. It's very peaceful. It's a very small thing. It's free. And once you actually download it and then run it, you get this. And just as far as a quick tutorial on this goes, when you open it up, you'll have sort of a starter mind map. Now, first, let's have a look at the format of this thing. So you'll see, let me just simplify some of that what we're looking at here is sort of a main idea which gets broken down to sub-ideas, which then get broken down further, right? So, for example, in this course has got planning, analysis, design, implementation, support, and retirement. That's basically the main ideas of this course. And then they're broken down by these ideas. So what I'm suggesting to you guys is to do your own program. Now, in my case, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do my life is what I'm going to basically do here. So I'm just going to call this thing my life. And what I could do is I could add some text in here. You know, this is about my life. And then, how does my life break up? Well, one thing for sure, my life, here's how you basically create a branch, a child. My life breaks down into a family. So I have a family life. What's in the family life? Well, again, right click. I have a wife. I can do a sibling here. I have a college daughter, which is unbelievable to me. And if I actually hit enter, I get myself my next sibling node. And I also have a high school daughter, right? Awesome. What about my instructor life? Well, in my instructor life, I actually teach at Hennepin Tech, and I also teach at Dakota County Technical College. Extra letter. And then at Dakota County, I can hit the insert. No, I just hit delete there by accident, but I can hit insert. And at Dakota County, I teach this term, Database 2, and I also teach this class, systems analysis. Up here in Hennepin, I do the insert, I do systems analysis, and actually, believe it or not, Database 1, the same course I taught, different book, of course, because different colleges, but the same course I taught before. Now, and I could go on and talk about my corporate life and all that. This is your sort of default. Notice, by the way, every now and again it gives you the ability to sort of collapse and expand. That's kind of cool. You can right-click on these things and actually change the format, maybe make it more of a bubble, for example, which is kind of the way I like to see them. I like to see them as bubbles, but you do whatever makes sense to you. And oops, let's go back to, come on, where was I? Go to bubble. You can change the colors if you want. You can put little icons on them, like for example, here's my family, so my family is going to be important, you know, that kind of thing. All this little exercise is meant to do is to get you sort of thinking in terms of images, and maybe, you know, you'll actually have some tool that you can use in later life. This, I don't try to teach you guys anything that isn't actually used anywhere, and so I'll show you that in the intro section. This is right out of this is basically right out of my own work. It's not my work, by the way, but somebody else basically produced this. You don't have to understand any of this, but just understand that this idea of a mind map is definitely used in the corporate world. And so I thought I'd, you know, use it here in this course. The other thing I want you to do is I want you to create a Kanban chart of the stuff that you want to share that you'll do in this sprint. By sprint, I basically mean this period of a couple weeks, as if you're basically halfway through. And so this is sort of a mythical student who basically is right in the middle of a sprint, who has, you know, done some stuff, is doing some stuff, and is going to do some stuff. Now, you just, by the way, with the mind map, I should have said you don't have to use the free mind. You can use whatever you want to use. I'm just trying to get you to get more tools to stick on your resume. With the Kanban chart, again, we definitely use this in corporate. I mean, I'm looking at my Kanban charts multiple times a day. I'm trying to give you another tool. This one I'm using Trello. So here is Trello. It is, that link is also in the link section. I'm going to log on and show you that definitely use it. I mean, I've got multiple boards and all this. And if I basically click on systems analysis, you'll see this is sort of the status I'm in right now. I've done a bunch of videos. I have, I'm currently working on this particular video, assignment 0, and then the next thing I plan to do over the next little bit is to do the first lecture. So definitely something to do. All right, let's push you back over. And then finally, why are you doing this? I'm assuming at some point you guys want to get a job in this, unless you just happen to be interested in systems analysis. So I'm asking you to basically go out and do some research on this. Now, I'm saying, especially here, the 3 online job postings, I've referenced Dice and Indeed. You guys might want to think about branching that out a little bit. Going to monster.com is absolutely useless, but things like, for example, LinkedIn is actually a fairly good source too to go to try and find information about jobs. Maybe there's other ones out there, I don't know. I mean, I've been in Oracle now for 20 years, so periodically I do look for work, but I don't necessarily know the best sites. So if you know good sites, feel free to put them in, and then basically put your documentation in here. Then when you are finished this, you'll have a nice completed Word document. What you do is you go to your assessment, assignments, and you just basically dump it right in here. And you don't need to sign this off, by the way. You can just say, hey, here's my stuff. I'll know who you are because it's actually tied to you. All right, so that is your first assignment. And what does it do? Let's go and have a look at that. Again, you would have actually, well, in fact, it said it right there, actually, but it says it here too. That is due on February 3rd. And the quiz that I referenced, I think I told you this, but I've forgotten, is also due February 3rd. All right, good deal. Have fun with that, and I'll be trying to push out the actual chapter lecture in the next couple days. Thank you.